All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're just going to go through some stocks, do the watch list, break down the levels. The first stock we're going to look at is NVDA. What I want to do is just bring up the year-to-date chart. As you can see, we're going to zoom in a little bit here, and the trend has been broken. So this stock is definitely finding its footing, but I just want to point out that it used to have this trend right here, where it went through from $90 to 105 to 116 to now this point at 143 got broke. So when you go to the 3-month chart, it makes it a little more clear. You could see it was kind of going up on this trail, and now it's broken through. We have to see, is it going to hold this level? This is a major level. It has to break 140. If it can break the 140, we can definitely make moves for the upside. But right now, I look at this as a resistance level. Looking right here, you can see that there is clear support and resistance on this level. And I'm going to draw it out with a rectangle so you can see right in this zone. We're just going to mark it red so you can see that moving previously, we had resistance right here, support in this area from basically 137 up to 140, and then it broke this level, went all the way up, and it's retesting this. So what I'm interested in is a potential short position at 140 on NVIDIA and just buying the inverse ETF on it, the 2 times leverage. So I'm definitely going to watch that level, watch 140 area for NVIDIA. Next, I just want to break down Micron. This is a stock that I am looking to buy long term, but not yet. I want to see this break down to the 80s level. I have the 6-month chart up. You can see here that we have been bouncing off of this level right here. Let's just draw it out in the rectangle. This has been support from 97 to 95. And then now look where we're retesting again, 97 to 95. This is the zone. I'm waiting for this to break, but we'll see, because if you zoom in here, you have this massive green candle wick that did cover. So 97 could be a potential entry where you could make a move back up from 97 all the way to back to 106. That's an 8% return, and you can follow a stop loss under 95. So not a bad risk to take. And when you look at it on the 5-year chart, this stock has broken its long trend. So we will see if it's going to hold that 95. I want to go over GameStop real quick. I had shares of them, just 100 shares at $33. I took a $200 loss on them. I sold them 2 days ago at this peak right here where it broke through 30 and went to 31, and I decided to take my $200 loss on it. I think that GameStop is bullish, but they have earnings coming up, so I definitely would be careful. And I was okay taking a $200 loss. It doesn't really impact me too much. They have this trend, and if they do break this trend, like earnings doesn't go well, I think we're going to sell back down. So that's why I took the loss. When I look at it on this chart, you can clearly see that it is trading within this channel trend. So it has to hold here at this $28. If it doesn't hold, I think we're going to see further downside. And I didn't want to get caught in that. So for me, all I'm going to do is wait. And if it breaks 28, I'll be looking to make a re-entry around $22 to $23. Next, I wanted to go over SMCI. SMCI has been a wild stock. It had its news from basically with the auditing issue from $50. We made a video on this previously, all the way down to 26 at the time. It went even lower down to 17, 65% loss. Now, for the new buyers coming in that were able to take that risk, congratulations, you bought at $18. You know, you can make 118% return right there, but it pulled back to about $32. It's an 85%, which is excellent. I'm waiting. I need to see if I'm going to buy this stock, it's just to trade it. It's not to hold it. Because a stock like this, if they don't get approved with the auditing, it can go down to $5, and I don't want to be a bag holder. I'm okay missing out on the train. I'm waiting to see if we can get a retest of $25, that's psychological support. So from $32, if we can pull back to 25, that's a 22% pullback right there you can see on the screen. That's what I'm waiting for. It's very risky. I do not want to buy at 32 when I knew that it was recently just $18. So I'm going to wait for the $25 level. Tesla is just frequently stair-stepping up. You had this bullish move, like controlled sell-off, bullish move, controlled sell-off, and now it went up to 362, and now it is retesting. If it can break 350, I definitely think this is a go. This stock has a like a ton of momentum after elections. So at 345, if it can break this and then basically hold 345 to 350 and then make its move to all-time highs, which will clearly get short again at 362, that's a 4% ROI on that. I definitely would be careful and just wait for that movement, and let's just see where it goes, because if you look at it just on a 3-month chart, you went from $212 up to 345. Full disclosure, guys, I have shares at $155, so I have not made any buys on Tesla. It is too expensive for me. When I own at 155 all the way up to 345, around there, that's 126% return. I'm just going to hold it and just see how it goes. TSM is a stock that I'm watching. I do believe there is further upside coming, but I think with the tariff information, there's definitely some worry about this. So, but I kind of feel like this, leave a comment in the section below. Tell me if you think that this isn't a bull flag. I just feel like we have a potential, if we can break above 190, we can break out of this and then start pushing back up to 200. And that's kind of what I'm waiting on. It made that low at 178. I'm just watching it. We had that trend. But look at the overall chart trend. It's been bullish long term, but it does have its pullbacks, and you need to have a strong stomach, because 192 down to 134, and now it's starting to pull back here. I will be interested long term if we can pull back to the 160s. But if we're going to continue bullish momentum, it's got to get out of this trend channel. It's got to get above 190 to 192 to start making its move up. Next, Lockheed Martin. This is a stock that I am eventually going to get in, but not right now. I'm waiting for further sell-off. I just want you to see the max of this chart. It's gone to the moon, and I'm just waiting for a healthy sell-off. It went from $46 all the way up to $606. That's a 1,200% return. Now, if you look here, let's zoom in a little bit to reality. And we had a massive rejection at 618 all the way down to 515. That's a 16% pullback. I am just waiting for the next level of support, which is going to be clearly right in this range around 463. I need to see almost another 50 points shed off before I start dollar cost averaging. And I'm using other indicators here. You can see the RSI right down here. The RSI is 61. I'm going to be patient with this stock. I want to get in them long term, but I don't want to be a shareholder at 500. I want them below around 460. That's what I'm looking at for them. Celsius stock, full disclosure, I have shares of these guys. I think my cost base is around like $31. It's in the YouTube portfolio. I always post it every week, so you can definitely just check that out. I'll make another video just kind of showing that for the viewers. But this is a company that I believe in. I like their product, and it's one of those things that I'm buying because I like their product. And they went all the way up from $1, which is amazing, up to $99. And since $99, it's pulled all the way back to about $25. It's a 75% loss. And I decided to buy the dip around $32 to $30. And I've been slowly dollar cost averaging in this range where it's been $29 to $27, trying to be patient and wait for it to pop again. But I think this is a long-term play. I'm not selling any shares. I actually add to them once a week. I dollar cost average into them. As long as it's under $30, I am comfortable holding this position. I am watching. If you are day trading this, I would be very careful. If you're going to buy at $28, that's fine, but you need to cut your loss if it breaks 25.14. So let's say you have shares at 28 and it breaks this 25. That's 11% loss, but you have plenty more downside if it breaks $25. And looking at the 5-year mark, if it were to break $25, you are looking at a support level of $15. So you have to be very careful. Just think about that for a second. If you're holding, and I will continue to add to this position, but if you break $25 and pull back down to 15, you're at a 40% loss. So just be very wary and careful of that. Nike is another stock I own, full disclosure. I am buying every single week. I personally like Nike. I like the brand, and I wear their shoes, and I'm comfortable with the company. So for me, I have a cost basis around $74. I'm going to continue buying them because I think in the future, 3 to 5 years from now, we're going to look at this price and just say, I wish I bought more. $77 will eventually be back to all-time highs. I'm thinking 3 to 5 years from now. I'm playing a long game, collect my dividend from Nike and continue to buy. I have over $2,000 invested, and that position is only going to get bigger because I keep buying as long as it's under $80. The next, JetBlue. This is a stock that I would not buy until it's at least $4.50. And the reason I say that is you can see I marked a clear support line right here. So look right here, we had right there was resistance and then support bounced off of it. And then if you move this right in this area as well, there was support. So I'm going to wait. It's at $6. JetBlue likes to sell off and then come back to $7. So it has a beautiful trend in that aspect. I need another 17 to 18% pullback to get in. Microsoft, right now for me, I think this is one of the best companies in the world, but you can see that the trend line right here, it was following it. It's starting to break, and we'll see. Is it going to hold this 420 range, or is it going to sell off? For me, I'm not buying Microsoft unless it's below 350. I'll wait for the two tops here, and then there will be buyers waiting at that range. DJT, I'm watching them as well. I'm just going to be patient. I'm not going to buy DJT until it's below $20. I'm like, you got to wait for the inauguration. There's a lot of, news around it. This stock can move. As a company, it doesn't make any money. They lose money every earnings. So you just have to be very careful and follow a stop loss if you're going to trade them. AMD, this is another stock that I will be buying long term. I think this is a buying opportunity. And I know this probably sounds crazy, but I just love that their data center is making so much money. And overall, I believe they are going to be more popular than NVIDIA in the future, just with their data centers growing. And NVIDIA and AMD are just must-own stocks. And I shouldn't say don't day trade it because I've made over almost 40,000 day trading them this year. But I think AMD, if we can get a pullback, I am going to start nibbling long term. But I want to get them around $100 to $110, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm looking at the 1-year RSI. On the bottom here, you can see it. It's at 51. So I'm waiting to get a nice, healthy pullback, and I'm going to start buying them long term. Guys, this is my channel, Trading Simplified. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, share it. You can check out my channel on here. I have the About right here. I also have my Twitter. I also have TikTok. So definitely check out Twitter. I'm more active on that, and YouTube. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Check out the playlist. I have different things. I just started Gemini cryptocurrency. I'm making videos on that. My YouTube shorts, Fidelity Index Funds ETS, Vanguard Investments, my trading P&L 2024. We're up 78,000 this year, which is awesome. Fidelity Active Trader Pro, where I learned how to trade and using their platform. I have many videos just breaking it down to teach you how I learned. And then if you want to join membership and just support the channel, I make membership only videos, basically levels that I'm watching that I'm going to buy and sell at. And then also community, just different things that I see throughout the day, posting NVIDIA, making this new low, and then just, asking if it's the right time to buy. And we just bounced from 132 to 138, so that was a nice call. Just showing some of the NVIDIA gains for the year, 35,000. This was 7 days ago, which we've made more money on them now in the last couple of days. And just different things to show you guys. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.